Hey, what's going on, guys? The Langbanger here. I have another profile for you, and I wanted to go over Time Lord Kaijus. So this was just kind of a random brew that I threw together. I always thought that these two together would be something neat because the Kaijus are controlling, the Time Lords are controlling, and just overall this is a pretty annoying deck to play against. It would be nice, someday if I could see a deck, similar to this do well. We do have all the Time Lords now. We obviously have a whole lot of Kaijus to choose from, so it kind of just all molds together. So let's just go over the list that I have currently. So you have 3 Matean, you have 3 Zaphion, and you have 1 Sadion. So the Sadion, he can bump you back up to 4,000 life. If you're lower than that. So that one's kind of random, but I just figure, well, there could be a lot of things that go wrong with this deck, so you can kind of give yourself some life back. The Zaphion, it returns all spell and traps your opponent controls into the deck. That's insane. And then Matean bounces all the monsters that your opponent has. So, yeah. Well, it's both players. But yeah, just absolutely insane, all of those guys. The Sadion, I mean, you could, get away with not using. That's totally fine. And then you have the 3 Time Maiden. Just searches all your guys. And, what's really cool about these is they shouldn't be going to the grave too often. Time Maiden will, but, you can just use these guys over and over. So that's really cool. Then I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different Kaijus, so that matters just with the Slumber. Honestly, you can do whatever. You could even use more if you really wanted to. I was thinking of upping the count because really, it's really nice just to be able to give your opponent a Kaiju, getting rid of a Masterpiece or a Trident, and then summoning a Kaiju of your own and going to town. And I actually have some combos to bounce Kaijus, so that's good stuff. And it's actually right here. So Fairy Tail Luna, that is. So you can bounce a opponent's monster that they control. If they have that name of that monster, they can in their deck, then they can negate it. So that's why it also kind of matters on the Kaijus, because for the most part, people just use Gamma Seal. You'll kind of see Doggeran. Yeah, so that's the reasoning for that. And 3 Gores. I know this is random. I'm kind of wondering to myself, like, why no one uses this card. I mean, maybe it's just way past its time, but yeah, this card is at 3, and it's doing absolutely nothing right now. But just the fact that, like, you can see you're not really offensive, like, your first priority, so it's kind of nice just to, like, sometimes pass and then drop Gores just to get some presence going on that. So it would be something to, test, and if you guys want it, you guys can take it out. But and then you have your 1 Maxi. So those are all the monsters. There's quite a lot. Onto the spells, you have 2 Slumber, 2 Dark Hole, Raigeki, and Book of Moon. So nothing too crazy there. The traps, this section's kind of ghetto because I got rid of my Solemn Strikes. I knew that the reprints were coming, so I got rid of those far in advance. So sorry for this. 3 Mirror Force, 2 Blazing Mirror Force. You can end games pretty quickly just on how your deck operates, and then using this card, so just something to keep in mind. Solemn Warning, Bottomless, Torrential, Ring of Destruction, and Compulse. So nothing too crazy there. I always like going just with the old school, like, staple cards, and yeah, that's just kind of my mindset. So let me know what you guys think of this deck down below, and I will talk to you later. Peace.